So everyone, order and chaos in politics and religion. Now, an orderly system politically to me is one that gives everybody the same opportunity to influence the government, same opportunity to donate their fair amount, but no more. Now, why should and why would it help to have a cap on donations? The average person can't donate a whole lot of money, but if a billionaire donates billions of dollars or millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands even, then they can buy out politicians. And they'll say basically, if you want more of this money, you have to do what I say. You have to influence the legal system in this way so that people like me can get more money, so that I can gain more and then I can give you more. And that basically destroys democracy. That even destroys a republic because, well, it depends on what kind of republic you're thinking of, but it definitely destroys democracy. When any person who has a vast amounts of wealth can influence a politician through lobbyists to their favor, then our democratic system and democracy just falls apart. And like it has in the United States, if there was that cap, then the average man would have just as much of a chance of influencing a politician as others. So if there's a whole bunch of average people trying to influence a politician as far as donations before they're elected, and that politician got a whole bunch of money from many people, but only got a little bit from a few who had that cap and couldn't donate their millions or billions, then they're probably going to go to the direction of the many people who donated towards them. And we like to think that okay, politicians are better than that. They can say, okay, these people elected me. I don't care if I'm getting money from these few people, and I care more about my constituents. But that is not what happens. Time and time again in the United States, we see that the wealthy control the politicians because most politicians are human. Well, all of them are human, but as far as their greed, when somebody is offering you millions or billions of dollars, then you are far more likely to want more of that to do what that person says. And why would I consider order more on the side of equal opportunity as far as donations, an equal balance bar? I consider that order because no one is chaotically tilting the system in their favor. If the bar goes like this and all the power is tilted in their favor, then everyone else is thrown into disarray, into irrelevance and lack of any real influence in a system. So whatever whim a single person or individual or a few or even hundreds of individuals want, whatever amount of jurisdiction they want in running their companies or how they make money, they can get, which basically screws over most of humanity. And when most of humanity is screwed over like that, then we have this we have a system not based on order but chaos. The chaos of selfishness. When selfishness is the deciding political factor in a system, based on how much wealth a politician gets and him deciding because of that, then that is very much chaos. Now, let's move on to religion and spirituality. In religion, most people think that order is bad in religion because we have a few figureheads telling everybody else what to do, and then they have all the power and they get to decree any the interpretation of religion to their followers. But I would argue that just like in politics, a few people telling everybody else what to do is not order. I think that also tips the balance bar into their favor and makes everyone else have to basically reduce their willpower, reduce their say, and put them in service to the whims of a few people. And when a few people have the power and they want that power and they're obviously taking advantage of that power, then there is not a sustainable system of power naturally and equally distributed through everyone having the same amount of say. Now, in a more spiritual and orderly system, you can follow a spiritual master. You can follow a religious figurehead. But you don't have to listen to them, either forced by the government or religious officials. You don't have to listen to them. You are free to listen to them or not to listen to them. In spiritual and religious systems where that is prevalent and you don't have to just kneel at a whim to a few religious individuals who can tell you to do whatever or believe whatever, then there is that equal balance bar that isn't tipped in any one person's favor. It is kept equal because everybody has the same say. Now, if you want to believe religious or spiritual individual as far as what they're telling you to do, and this is going to lead you to spiritual success, or this is going to lead you to a happier life or contentment, then that's fine, and you should be able to do that freely. But if in any religious organization you're not able to do that freely, you can't walk away, or you can't, which is most people's case is they can walk away, but you can't exist in the spiritual or religious community if you disobey any given order. Then we have that bar tipped again. This has been true throughout human history. Politics and religion have kept large amounts of power in a few hands. And as somebody who believes in God and the gods, do I think that religion and spirituality has been bad in recorded history? As far as it has been implemented, yes. Religion, as far as recorded history goes, has been far too dogmatic. I'm a more spiritual person than I am religious, and there is a very significant distinction. Spiritual people are more concerned with their personal development and following based on free will, not based on falling into these set dogmas that other people urge them into. Spiritual people are not blind faith followers. They have this free will about their natural demeanor, and they're not willing to just bow down because they're told to. Now, if they want to kneel or bow down, they do it because they understand. A truly spiritual person will respect a spiritual leader not because they are in awe of their power, or they're afraid, or they're afraid of going to hell, or they think that basically he holds all the God cards as far as what God is and what God wants us to do. No, truly spiritual people respect religious or spiritual individuals because they have the freedom to do so, and in following those individuals, they have gained light in their lives. They have gained order in their lives. They have gained happiness and contentment and enlightenment in their lives. That's why truly spiritual people follow spiritual or religious leaders. When it's forced, and then when it's very dogmatic, like it has been throughout human history, and when you might even die if you don't follow every single rule of a spiritual leader, then the balance bar goes to one side, or you can consider it more like a like a shield, like a half sphere, and it can go and lean into any one individual, or it can be balanced for us all. And that's what I think order is. I think order has more to do with the balance of power and the freedom of choice, and everyone making their own decisions without inhibiting anybody else's decision. If somebody is hurting you, if somebody's decisions are hurting you, like literally, like they're attacking you, or they're taking your money, or they're making you do things that are demeaning, then that is chaotic. That is not balanced. And the shield that is even shields us all from the pains of this world. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been interesting. If you like this at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up down there. If you want to leave a comment, you agree or disagree, feel free to shoot it down there in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching.